I knew that, Jariah. I was just testing y'all. Make sure everyone was on it, yo. Oh, where's my bell? Oh, oh, there it is. So, welcome everyone to Tarot classes, and I'm Clumsy Clairvoyance. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Either way, I do appreciate you being here very, very much. Real quick, just a disclaimer: this is not tarot readings, but I do those every night. So make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell on. So, okay, tarot topics. Whoop whoop. Can you guys hear me? Okay. And am I sharing my screen all right? I'll make myself smaller in a moment. Oh, is Rose here? They call me Rose. Good to see you. Let me say hello to everybody. Moose, my love, good to see you. Jariah, always good to see you. Jacob, welcome. They call me Rose. Welcome back. I saw text Jen in here. It's good to see you, lovey. Haven't seen you in a minute. Who else was in here? I saw Edward earlier. Good to see you, Edward. I know that a cool gamer popped by. Good to see you. Who else was in here? I think Misfit was here for a moment. Yep, there's Misfit. By the way, there is the link to my link tree. I even put trees. It's by it. Isn't that cute? Okay, I don't think I missed anyone. You can hear me? Okay, nice. Very nice. All right, good. Okay, so tarot topics for today is, and I really need to practice what I preach here. Well, actually, when I do private readings, I do a lot of spreads, a lot more than during the lives. But even during the lives, you'll see the spreads pop out, like, because I will do 3 cards, and technically that's a spread. But today's tarot topics is tarot spreads. Okay, if you tell me in the chat, just like a show of hands, if you know what a tarot spread is or have an idea. If you got no clue, just type it in the chat. Either way, we're going to go over all of it. Don't feel intimidated like you have to know anything about tarot. I'd say a good, like 60%, maybe 70% of my lovies, they're not it's not like they're familiar with tarot, but I kind of don't feel that way anymore, because I feel like as long as I've known them, they've actually probably picked up quite a bit about tarot. But don't feel intimidated like you have to know everything about tarot to be in here. So Tallahassee Shuffle, look at you. The Celtic Cross is that, and Past, Present, Future. I'm trying to think of which one's more notable. The Celtic Cross, I guess by its name, is more notable, but I gotta be honest, I think it's Past, Present, Future is the one that gets the most notoriety, to be quite honest, because every time you see a movie or anything depicting tarot, you usually see that Past, Present, Future spread. So we'll get into all that. Nope, no idea. Okay, it's called a tarot spread. We'll get into it. So if you don't, aw, you're so sweet, Moose. Aw, you're such a love. Just want to lick your antlers when you're all sweet like that. Okay. So some people know, some people have an idea. Well, it's funny too, because there's some really funny spreads out there. So I was showing Mel one last night. It's called, the name of the spread is why the hell am I here? What the hell is happening? That was the name of the spread that someone came up with. There really is so many different ones out there, and creating one for yourself is always it's always interesting to do that. And a lot of people do it, so nothing wrong with that. We're going to go over the basics though right now. It's hold on, which one? Are you talking about the clumsyclairvoyance.com? It's not up right now, but it will be. But that's what it is. Misfit, good to see you. Misfit has had private lessons from me, so Misfit knows a little bit about spreads, don't you, Misfit? All right, so I'm going to make me smaller now. So some people know what tarot spreads are. If you don't, I will get into it. We're going to go real basic, and then we'll dive in a little bit. All right, so hold please. Aw, Jiraiya. I'm so glad that you that you like that series. It's so sweet. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this thing to play. Why is it looking like this? Hold please. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Nope, nope, nope. Hold on. I might have to stop sharing. Hold on. I'm having a boomer moment, apparently. All right, I think I got it now. All right. Everybody ready to dive in? And good to see you, Jeremy. How are you? And that's okay if oh, I thought you meant you'd forgotten what a tarot spread is. I'm 37. You're good. I didn't even notice Misfit. Boomer alert. Seriously. And welcome, Jerry. Good to see you. All right. So everybody ready to roll? Just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. And I'm sharing all right. All right, so tarot topics this week is tarot spreads and what they mean, but also I would say why they are important. Okay, and if you're someone who doesn't give readings, but let's say you get readings, this is good for you too. Let's say you look at one of the readings or the spreads that we do today, and you're like, oh wow, that really does give a lot of insight for this or this. That's something you can note for later if you're ever like, hey, can you give me a 3-card reading for you plus me plus us? There's so many different 3-card combos, like it's insane how much you could do with just 3 cards. But okay, so the topic today is tarot spreads and what they mean, and like I said, I'd also say their importance. What's up with the cock? I told you not in public. Come on. All right. Tarot spread, some basics. Okay. So, what is a tarot spread? Okay, so here is your basic definition of what a tarot spread is. All right, y'all? A tarot spread is a specific arrangement of tarot cards used for a reading. The cards are laid out in a pattern on a surface, with each position representing a different aspect of the question or situation explored. The meaning of the card has to be read through that lens. Meaning, so a lot of you guys see me do what's it? I shuffle and I wait for jumpers when I'm doing like quick succession readings, right? Meaning there is not a particular meaning for the cards I draw out, like for each placement of the cards. However, if I'm doing a spread, like the other night I was doing a horseshoe spread, okay? Each position has a different meaning. And then if you look at the slide in front of you, you'll see some tarot cards arranged there. That is your classic Celtic spread. That one is one of the most notable out there. And it's a fairly good one too. It covers quite a bit of things. So, any questions about what a tarot spread is? Again, it's a specific arrangement of tarot cards used for a reading. The cards are laid out in a pattern on a surface, with each position representing a different aspect of the question or situation being explored. The meaning of the card has to be read through that lens. I don't know if it has to be. I don't like it. I don't like it when they tell me I have to do anything, but it should be read through that lens. I concur. Oh, look. See, they call me roasted. I had no idea. Now you know. And as we start going through some of these basic ones, you're going to be like, woo-wah, because there really is so much more that you can get from a tarot reading that you're probably not getting, that a lot of people probably aren't getting because they don't know about spreads, or there's someone who gets readings but doesn't practice tarot, or doesn't hasn't really learned much about it. So there's a lot of info you should be able to get from this class, right? Oh, right to left, LOL. I'm confused. So the thing about the Celtic spread, I'll tell you right now, is you'll see, so they all have this placement here, these cards, right? But if you look at anyone online, the way they're numbered, you'll see 1, 2, and then it goes 3 bottom, 4 to the left, and then 5th to the right. And you'll see another Celtic spread that does the opposite. So I go with just the basic ones I've learned, but there is different versions of the Celtic cross out there. So just fair warning, if you ever come across it and you're like, I thought this was a little different, that's why. All right. Any questions about this so far? If y'all are good, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And then this is where we're going to get to the meat and potatoes. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes. This is going to be fun. Ahoo! 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 Don't worry. I'm a wooing at myself right now. Okay, bring potatoes. Meat potatoes. Let's get to the meat potatoes. All right, next. All right, insight and info. So before we dive in, actually, I want to go over this real quick. What can a tarot spread tell us? And these are just a few examples, okay? It can tell us about someone's feelings, their emotions, and also the who, the what, the why, and the when. Okay, those are some basic things that a tarot spread can really point to. And what is the benefit of using a tarot spread? If you, I want to ask you guys this too. What would you think a benefit would be of using a tarot spread? Okay, I just listed a few: more centered reading, organized, and it gives a different view of another or a situation, meaning it will give you the view of, let's say I'm doing a couples reading, right? Or I'm doing a love reading. And we're about to dive into this in the next one, but a basic one I like to do is the you plus me equals us. And that's 3 cards. You would be you, me would be me, and then us would be our combined energy, right? So a reading like that could definitely give you a different view of where another person's coming from, right? But you could do that for a lot of different things with a tarot spread, but it really does give you a different lens to see things through, so to speak. So if you guys have any thoughts, so why or what is the benefit of using a tarot spread? Or even if it's just a guess, don't worry about being right or wrong. Just take a stab at it. I'd love to hear from y'all. Oil and vinegar are really good together, though. Well, yes, but so one thing too, I would say that certain spreads are good for certain topics, right? So the horseshoe, I think, is a really good spread. Like if someone's having like a challenge or something that's bothering them, you might not want to do the horseshoe spread if you're already in a good place. And that's because of what each position means, right? So once you get to know the spread and what it entails, then you'll be able to decide that further, I think. Can fit many nuts using a socket. More specific size works better. Gotcha, I think. Right? It is. Like, what's going on here? Aw. You'll be fine. Maybe if you didn't knock us Sicilian so much, you'd have some Italian dressing. Okay. Any other thoughts on this? Let me know. We're going to move on to the meat and potatoes, the actual meat and potatoes. All right. So some basic spreads. Who's ready to go? Oh, this one's just for you, Jariah. Ready? Just basic stuff. Look, there's Jariah winking at Keanu. Just basic stuff. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, Jariah, it's you winking at Keanu. I'll never forget that day that Maddie's all, go arf at Keanu. Go get Keanu's arfs. That was the best. Oh, look, they call me Rose like some too. She's like, hey, Keanu. Uh-oh. Rose, I'm gonna warn you now. That's Jariah's man. Jariah loves him some Keanu. Drive, don't you be hiding. He sees you. I'm not clicking to the next page till you acknowledge Keanu. As right before, oh, there we go. Hold on. The porn star introduction class. Hold on. I should have done this like cute the music, right? Ahoo! Ahoo! There you go. There's your intro. Moose doesn't think Keanu's a nice guy. I'm just kidding. I don't want all the girls to attack Moose. We were talking about Keanu last night. All right. You guys ready for the basics? Give me a thumbs up and we'll get to the meat and potatoes. I said that last time, but this time I mean it. This time I really mean it. I busted out my cards, so you know I mean it. Hopefully these are small enough. They should be. Thank you, Rose Lovey. All right. Here we go. The meat and potatoes. Okay. So let's start with the classic, okay? The classic 3. This is the classic throughout everything. This is the basic, most classic spread you can get with tarot, okay? Their traditional 3-card tarot spread that is referred to far more than any other 3-card spread is, or I'd even debate any other spread, period. And that is, so you see the cards in front of you, that would be 3 cards laid out, past, present, and future, okay? And I feel like, let me know in the chat if you guys have ever heard of a past, present, future reading, or if that makes sense to you, because this one really is kind of iconic, I think, because tarot is kind of what started that. I don't know if necessarily the phrase, but it definitely helped, like, what I would say is like rocket that phrasing, that past, present, future, because that one comes from one of the original creators, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? You're so weird. What 3? What does what 3 mean? Oh, it's past. So card number 1. So tell me, can you guys see the screen okay? You guys see how there's 3 cards laid out? Ash, so good to see you, lovey. I'm going to help you all out, okay? It's about time I turn on my camera. Hold, please. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, you guys good? So, they call me Rose. I'm going to do the basic past, present, future for you, okay? The spirit angels and guides. Please come through for They Call Me Rose. Spirit angels and guides. For They Call Me Rose for a past, present, and future reading. Past, present, and future. All right. So, well, let me take you off my screen. So this card right here would be card number 1, right? This would be card number 2, and then this would be the third card. Past, present, future, okay? So, and a lot of times what pops up is recent past, okay? Rose, so for you, you have the 7 of Wands in reverse. I think that there was a time recently where you might have given up on something that you were just exhausted by, or a situation, and it feels like you're kind of still beating yourself up about that from the past. Okay, that's why it's popping up in this position. Where you're at currently, I feel like there could be either a financial strain going on or something to do with this, your stability, your foundation, whether it's your home, your family, or your career. It's one of those. Now, 5 of Pentacles kind of talks about being left out in the cold. However, when we look closer at the 5 of Pentacles, there's actually assistance available, or there's help available to this person, but that sometimes they're too prideful or they're not paying attention. So your current energy or your current message is to know that you do have help available to you. You just have to let your ego go a little bit and ask for it when you need it. Now, your future, Page of Swords, I think this has to do with you either maybe exploring a new job, or exploring, maybe making new friendships with others. Also, the Page of Swords can sometimes talk about writing specifically. So there you go, my dear. Yeah, this is my unicorn deck. I never use this one. Did I enjoy your big screams? When were you screaming? I'm so confused. Oh, you mean last night? Did you scream? I'm trying to remember if you did. Did you? If I missed it, I'm going to be sad. All right. So that was your basic, past, present, future. What I want to get into a little bit is how we switch things up. Okay. So let me make me smaller again. Okay. So what are these are some examples of some combos for the 1, 2, 3 spread. Okay. What are some other combos we could use with a 3-card spread? These are just some of the ones that popped in my head. There's so many out there. So there's the you plus me equals us. That's a really good one for if you just want to see the energy between you and someone you like, or someone that you love, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, whomever, right? So you would be you, of course. Or you would be that person, and then me would be you. And us would be, so you would be one person, me would be the other, and then us would be the combined energy between the two. Now here's another one for a 3-card spread. Card 1 would be what I need. Card 2 would be what I want. And card 3 would be what I'll probably get. And then I love this one too. Should I go with option 1, option 2, or option 3? You could even switch that to say, should I go with option 1, option 2, or should I go with neither of them and take a different route and go option 3? Okay. Start, stop, go. That's another one that's kind of popular. And then here's another one you could do with 3 cards: the negative aspect of a situation, the positive aspect, and then the outside aspect or elements of a situation, or influences even. So what it is, Jariah, it comes with experience, and it comes with trusting your intuition, because what starts to happen with cards is once you start to get familiarity with them, but and even sometimes, even I have moments where I'm like, I don't know, like literally, I'll have a reading. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. And it'll take me a minute. Or sometimes there's been times I've been like, I kind of don't know, or let's go back to this later. Let's ask again later because I'm getting mixed messages. But what it is mostly is, I always tell people it's less than half knowing the cards and what they mean, and more than half reading the cards, trusting your intuition, and allowing them to come through to you, so to speak, and to read it almost like you would like a story. The more it's intuition, it's part intuition, and then part knowing the cards, of course. And then I would say the other part is just experience with them and spending time with them. Okay, so anybody in the chat, let me know now. I'll probably only do one or two. If you want me to do one of these 3-card readings for you, let me know. Just type in me and then tell me which one you want me to do. So the first option would be you plus me equals us. The second one is that what I need, what I want, and what I'll probably get. The third one is those 3 options. The fourth is start, stop, go. And then the fifth is negative aspect, positive aspect, and then outside influence or element. And if you could think, I would love for you guys in the chat to make up everybody in the chat, just make up your own 3-card spread right now. Even if you just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? What's Monday going to be like? What's Tuesday going to be like? What's Wednesday going to be like? I'm confident you guys could think of a 3-card spread to make up on your own. Even if it sounds silly, just do it. Do it now.
Get to the chopper, do it now. Get to the chopper, do it now. Get to the chopper, do it now. Get to the chopper. It is not the doomer. It is not the doomer.
Okay,
It is
okay,
not the
okay, okay.
Push the button, do it now.
No,
Push
Fred,
the
we're not
button.
pushing the button. No, that's for later. That's for the nighttime stream. Okay, I got 2 me's. All right. So, Ash, start with you. You want the second one. All right. Spirit angels and guides, please come through for Ash. Oh, hold on. Let me make me bigger again. Hold, please. Right. Ash wanted what she needs, what she wants, and what she'll probably get. All right, so we're going to do the 3-card spread for Ash. So, guys, Ash. Guides. Ash. I shuffled so good. You got almost the exact same spread as Rose. That's crazy. The positions are just a little different. All right. So what you need, so 7 of Wands, what you need is to keep going, to encourage yourself. This is my favorite tarot card. This is really about pushing forward, being the underdog, and kind of beating everyone's expectations. So keep pushing for whatever you're going towards or whatever goal you want. What you want, I think, is more financial security. And what you'll probably get is enough. It's enough to squeak by, so to speak. However, I think you're going to start to feel a little bit more empowered as far as your voice goes and your influence. So there you go, my dear. Do it now. How cute is that? Yeah, I have a tarot. Me and Misfit have the same tarot journal. Isn't that cute? All right, Moose Wants number 1. So Moose, it'll be like this, where it says you plus me. It'll be that person, or it'll be you plus them, and then combined energy. Okay, so you will be the first card here. It's just Spirit Angels and guys. Please come through for Moose. For his you plus me equals us reading. Start off with the card for you. All right. And then a card for them. And a card for combined energy, the us card. All right. Arf, say good to see you, Lovey. Okay, Moose. So this is your card. You have the Empress, which is the most feminine card of the whole deck. So this represents you right now. So perhaps you're feeling sensitive around this person, or perhaps you're feeling softer. I would even say maybe you feel like you're softening around this person. This is very much a nurturing, loving, creative card. Okay. And then also the Empress is the card of fertility. Maybe this person, you're very attracted to them, and that's kind of like a subliminal thing there. Okay, the other person, the Page of Wands. So this is intriguing. This person, I feel like the Page of Wands is known as the messenger of good news. Okay, someone who like brings a lot of happiness and is always like cheering people up type energy. And I feel like that's them in the relationship right now for you, or in the totality. It feels like they're the one that kind of brings a little bit of like peppy energy or happiness or like some chirpy attitude, so to speak. Now, your combined energy, I love. It's the Queen of Cups. It's really about sensuality, sexuality, but also being emotionally zoned in with someone, being emotionally tuned with another person on a deeper level, not just surface. So very nice. Yeah, well, they have strawberries. Yeah, you like them? They're cute, huh? Thank you. I just did them the other day. That's cute. I love this. All right, Lovey. I'm barely squeezing by. Oh, big hugs. Thank you for my two loves, Lovey. Okay, so do you guys see how a 3-card spread, just a 3-card spread, can give you different insight, right? It's gonna tell, especially when it's a topic you're interested in, or something that's on your mind, or something you wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about. So, any questions so far about the 3-card spread? By the way, I told you guys, nobody listened to me either. None of y'all listened to me. Make up your own 3-card spread in the chat. Do not worry about if it makes any sense. Like I said, you can literally do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You could do January, February, March. Like, you could think of a million different things. Or how about you can even do career, work, home. And then each one could be what you need to focus on in your career, at home, and then romance or in your love life. You guys can think of something clever. I know you all can. Don't worry about being right or wrong. Just throw something out there. You can do it. See? And hold on, let me ask you, Moose, does each one of those have a different symbolic meaning to you, like cheesecake, ice cream, honey cornbread, like on the yum scale? I'm sure it does. Of course you did, Uriah. Aw, how cute are you? I'm a champion at not making sense. I can't participate in this. Wouldn't be fair. You think you're going to get out that easy, eh? I know, right? Okay, so but each one would probably represent a different type of female, right? Maybe one is crazy, one is promiscuous, one is has, is very voluptuous and, attractive, however you want to put it. But each one of those would hold a different meaning for you, would it not? It would. You know what? You know what? Another one is really good for this: first, second, third. So you have three cards. What should I prioritize first? Card number one. What should I prioritize next? Card number two. And then what should I prioritize after that? Would be card number three. That's another like real quick, easy one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no, you have to do it in three different cards, so you'd have to do three different options, I suppose. But they all or are hot. Okay, gotcha. But I would think that they represent maybe like a different type of hot then. One's maybe more sophisticated than the other. The other one's, maybe more physically juicy, or however you want to put it, voluptuous than the next. So they still have a different meaning. Past choices you've missed. Oh, that's a good one, Jariah. Past choices you've missed, present chances available, future choices available. I love that. That's awesome. What's hard? No. That's good. That is good. I think that's fantastic. Third for one. News. All right. It'd be another really fun one. I'm thinking of them too, you guys, because there's so many out there. Like one just what does your boss think of Sydney? What's your boss think of you? Then what's your boss think of their wife or something like that? That'd be a funny one too. You could really do so many different things with the three cards. All right. Now we're gonna get ready to move on to more notable spreads that I just want to show you just so you can see them. And then I'm going to go over the placement with you. Each card put on the table has a different significance. Thank you. Exactly. Each one has a totally different significance. And it really does give you a lot more insight than just your limited question and then one card pull. Not that that's not equally as important, but when you're really trying to expand or get more knowledge about a situation, or you just want to explore with tarot, then tarot spreads really are important. And they're important to, if you practice tarot, it's good to also make sure that you're doing tarot spreads. I don't know. Okay, so we ready to move on? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so now we're going to talk about or just go over. I think I just listed two in here. We're going to go over two other really notable tarot spreads that they're when you're learning tarot, they're the basics. They're ones that you get very familiar with, especially the first one. We've already talked about it. Lovey. Does anyone know what movie this guy is from? I love him with the tarot cards. Jiraiya Boom Shakalaka. Look, you just made a new spread. If it's not out there already, we're going to say you made that one. Oh, yes, Princess and the Frog. Do you see what it says? It says, the cards will tell. I saw a thing like a couple months back. It was like a little makeup tote, and it says, "Let me ask my cards." It was so cute. It had tarot cards on it. I was like, "How adorable is this?" All right, other notable tarot spreads. Here we go. The Celtic Cross. This is the one. Okay. This is the one I showed you in one of the first pictures, but this is them numbered. Okay, the very first card is underneath that number 2. Third card is above. Four is below. The fifth is to the right, and the sixth is to the left. But the way I do mine, the 5 and the 6 are switched. Just saying, but I'm telling you, no matter what, go Google it. You'll see 2 or 3 different renditions of the Celtic Cross. So whichever one you're more comfortable with, if you are practicing or if you do want to get a Celtic Cross reading. So here's the basics of the Celtic Cross, okay? Card number 1 underneath here with the 2. That is your current situation or person. That'd be like you, the person, and your current situation, either or. Card number 2 is the card that crosses you. That's your challenges, okay? The card above you, what you need to focus on. Card below you, number 4 is the past. 5th card to the right is your strengths. And then to the left of you, card number 6, that would be near future. And then after those 6, then you flip over the last 4. So card 7 is advice. Card 8 is environment. Card 9 is your hopes and fears. And card 10 is your potential outcome. So from this 10-card spread, question to the chat, do you think you would get a lot of information from this type of spread? Yes, no, maybe so. And what type of information do you see coming through? It kind of tells you right there, but I just want to hear from y'all what you think about it. Ooh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, no switching? I do what I want. Sorry. Boy, that's a lot of cards. Rose, I can show you a text or a Texas a tarot flex. It's like really, it's a biggie. It's a big one. I haven't done that one yet. I don't think during the live, but and then there's if you use Lenormand cards, you could do all 36 cards. Literally a 36 card reading with Lenormand cards, and it'll take you probably a couple hours to a couple days to actually interpret the reading. So, I mean, you could go real extravagant with the cards. Oh, thank you, Moose. You're lovely. Yes, Edward. So it goes from this real simple, right? This real basic stuff to really diving in. I mean, this is when you get the cool thing is that when you do a Celtic cross for somebody, you get a really good feel for them, right? Before they start asking some basic questions. So, like when I do personal readings, every now and then what I'll do, especially if I'm not familiar with the person, I'll just do a Celtic spread before we really start like chatting too much or they start asking too many questions, just so I get a good vibe from them. And of course, I tell them what comes through and everything, but it's a really good, like, pretty thorough overview. See, well, and that's how kind of how I am too, Rose. So, but that's why I'm like, I need to practice what I preach because I'm more of like the less is more. But then when I do one of these readings, Rose, it really gives people a lot of info, and it really dives in for them. It gives them a lot of clarity and a lot of knowledge that I think they need. So I think that it has its place. It has its time, just like everything else. Okay, I won't love. Right? That's cute though. A bit of surprise to my life. Because think about this. You know, it gives you their current situation, what's bothering them right now, so to speak. Some of their strengths, weaknesses, maybe things from the past that's kind of bugging them. That's why you take those first six first, address those, and then you go on to those last four. Because then we get advice, environment. Environment can also be outside influences, okay? 9 is hopes and fears, and then 10 is potential outcome. I wonder what year the Celtic cross was, like what year that came through. What year? Oh, that popped up. I'm surprised. 1909. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's one of the original tarot spreads from RWS. So that makes sense. It's as old as past, present, future readings. All right, you guys ready to move on to the next one? This one's also a real notable one. I really like this next one a lot. I feel like it gives really, really good insight when someone has something that's bothering them or they're in a predicament, they don't know what to do next, or they're kind of stuck where they're at with something, someone. Right? Jariah's like, woo-wah. You can get so I can tell you right now, Jariah, cool thing though is with tarot spreads. So my favorite tarot spread is actually a rune spread. I read it in a book, and when I was learning about runes, and there is rune. One of the parts of the book, it's like has you fill it in, like to do certain exercises and rune spreads. And one of the spreads they had, I like fell in love with. I thought it was such a cool spread, and I think it was only like four runes. So I use it with the tarot too, and I'll use, instead of the runes, I'll use the tarot cards in place of it because I like that spread so much. So you can get really, really symbolic. You can get so symbolic, Jariah. So for instance, with Lenormand cards are numbered like 1 through 36, right? But traditionally, so card number 1 would be the horseman, or the cross, or whatever it is. And what you would do when you do the 36 cards with Lenormand is you shuffle the cards for the person you're reading for, and then you start pulling cards 1 through 36, but each position would probably have a different card, meaning where card number 1 is, or what card number 1 usually is, there chances are, 1 to 35 that you're actually going to pull card number 1 for slot number 1. Do you hear what I'm saying? So it's almost like thinking what sign is in that house, right? When we were talking about astrology. So you could get that complex with tarot and the spreads, and what each lot means or which each position can mean. You could even do um tarot spreads. I had an idea once to do a rune tarot reading, meaning I did the tarot spread in the shape of the rune that I was vibing at the time and got info that way. So let's say I'm doing the rune for stillness, right? And I pull 3 or 4 cards about how I can have more peace and find more stillness in my life. I'm going to do it in the shape of Isa, which is the rune for stillness. So hopefully that makes sense. But like we're going way off the deep end. So sorry about that. I'm cold. Poor me. Oh no, don't be cold. Okay, so ready to go on to the next one. Give me a thumbs up. We got one more to cover. Mm-hmm. All right, Edward's ready. Okay, let's roll. The horseshoe spread. This is probably one of my faves for sure. Um, so card number 1. This is how it's supposed to look. I kind of make it look, I just go straight, but this is traditionally how the horseshoe would look. If you look at the direction it's going in and the shape, that's why they call it hence the horseshoe spread. So card number 1, and hopefully you guys could pick up on why you think that I would like this so much for maybe a situation where someone's feeling kind of stuck or they just need advice in a situation they're uncomfortable with or have an issue, etc. So card number 1 would be their recent past. Card number 2 is current circumstances. Card 3, what is helping them? Card 4, what is hurting them? So card 3 we could say is the positive things about the situation. Card 4 we could say is the negative things about the situation, okay? Card number 5 would be outside influence. Now that's like other people playing a part in this, in maybe the scenario or other environmental outside influences, maybe someone's job's getting in the way, etc., etc., etc. Okay. And then card number 6 is advice. Card number 7, potential outcome. And 7, even 7 cards might seem like a lot, but when you go through each of these, this is a good flowing. I have to say, this is a really good flowing spread. Like when you're pulling for someone, and it's a where they're kind of feeling stuck or there's an issue going on. This is a real free, like real ease of a spread. I will say, it doesn't feel like there's so many cards because you really get, they flow well together, I guess you would say. All right, so before we end this, I'm going to choose one person to do a horseshoe spread for. So if you'd like one, just type me in the chat and I will do it for you. Ooh, Gaelic. Print shows you what way the horse is moving. That's true, actually. I hadn't thought about it that way. When I first started doing it, I did it like, how that almost looks like a V? Mine was very like U-ish. Because I literally was trying to make it look like a horseshoe. All right, Jariah, I think you've been elected. So, Jariah, tell me, or you don't even have to tell me, just think of something that maybe that you're feeling stuck or you need more advice on, or something that's bothering you, and then get that kind of thought in your head and let me know. You could just tell me what it is or give me a thumbs up and I'll know you're ready to go. And then I'll do the spread for you, Lovey. Edward, I'm on side with Rose. Smart man agreed with the lady. All right. So, Spirit Angels and Guides, please come through for Jariah. Spirit Angels and Guides, please come through for Jariah's horseshoe spread in regards to what they are thinking about that they need guidance on or having challenges with. So, we need 7 cards, please. For Jariah's horseshoe spread. Okay. And then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more. Bless you. And potential outcomes, the last card. Okay. Now I might have to go full screen with this one because it's all 7. Okay, Braze, you're late for class. What's going on here? All right. Jariah. Mostly career. Thinking of switching. Okay. So. No, that wasn't it. Where'd it go? There we go. Well, now I gotta let me move Hanson real quick. I'm gonna kick you down here, buddy. You probably still can't see them all. I'll let you know what they are, though. I was looking for my super small deck, but for some reason, of course, when I need it, I can't find it. All right, so card number 1. I know they are cute. They're super cute. Okay, so card 1, Jariah, first card. And I guess I could put this back up, though, so you can see it. So card 1, if we remember, this is your recent past, okay, the Emperor. Current circumstances, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Let's start there. So recent past, the Emperor. I feel like there's something, maybe you had a burst of energy or you were feeling like really encouraged. You were encouraging yourself or you felt more. This could also talk to physical strength. You were feeling more physically healthy like a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago than maybe you have been currently. And that could be just kind of something that's bothering you or that's something that you've noted. Or you could actually still be feeling that way. You could be feeling more energized, more healthy. But this is really a card of self-will and pushing forward. Also, current circumstances, this is all about work, 3 of Pentacles, and it's about working well together. It's about knowing your place in the bigger picture and being able to see things from the bigger picture. So I do think that job-wise, you're actually in a good situation as far as options, but as far as where you're currently at as well. Now, what's helping you is, this is kind of funny, is a card that you would normally see as negative, right? The Five of Swords. It's kind of like being stuck with some of the bad choices you've made. However, though, I feel like these are really currently your bad choices. They're others. So what's helping you in this situation is perhaps maybe not judging others, right? Or maybe helping other people out when they're having a bad time or when they've made a mistake. I think those things will work in your favor right now. What's hurting you seems like money or money issues, okay? And I will question this with the Nine of Pentacles. You got to make sure that you're doing it not just for the money, but it's something that you're comfortable with as well, okay? Outside influence. I feel like there's a lot of outside influence for the situation. Eight of Wands is really like a lot of different things coming at you all at once. However, I will say this, they all have potential for growth. So if you've been thinking about switching jobs, or if you've been offered other jobs, I think you'll only continue to be offered more. Okay. And this is so funny because your advice card is the Hermit. So your advice is actually to take some time to yourself to really reflect and really think about what you really want to do in this situation. Sorry. Potential outcome is the Ace of Wands. This is like light bulb moment, or literally like when the cavemen found fire for the first time. This is really a spark that could really be ignited within you with the current situation. Actually, there could be a way better kind of transformation of things that lead to something else just from your current situation. It could even lead to a new relationship. It could lead to like a new idea, a new hobby. There's a few different things that you could go with this, but your reading actually looks overall pretty good. So there you go, love. Brr. Bert, it's cold in here. And that is that. OMG, it's insane how accurate that reading was. See, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Good. Very good. And hopefully it gave you perspective too, I'm hoping. Aw, checks in the mail. So, like I said, if you're not a tarot reader, I get it. But if you get tarot readings, now y'all know a little bit more about tarot spreads and the info you can, extract from them and why they actually are important, and why they are there for tarot readers, etc. Pass, so good to see you, Lovey. How are you? Oh, no, thank you. You guys, if you ever have a suggestion for tarot class, let me know. I am open to suggestions. I know that Dry has given me a few, but I don't think they're tarot classes. He said one about dreams and I forgot the other one. But whatever it is, let me know and I'll write it down. Oh, yay, nice, good. That makes me happy. All right, so if you guys haven't, though, give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would super appreciate it. And I will be back tonight. And I think that's it. Thank you guys for chilling and learning about tarot spreads for a whole hour and a half. I appreciate you.